Section 3. You will hear a conversation between a student and her tutor about the assignment. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Good morning. Oh, it's just hit 12. Good morning, Miss Potter. May I come in?
Oh, Jerry, of course. Come in and take a seat, please.
Thank you.
Well, how about your assignment?
Do you mean my paper?
Yes.
I still think about the draft, but I hope you can give me some help and suggestions.
Of course. How long will it take you to finish your draft?
I'm not sure. Maybe 3 days?
My advice is that you should spend a lot of time on your draft. As you know, a good beginning is very important for a paper. A good draft can help you outline your paper and even benefit your argument.
Okay, I will try my best to write up my work. Miss Potter, how many parts are in the paper?
Generally speaking, there are 4 parts and references.
So there are 5 parts.
Right. Contents, introduction, main body.
And conclusion?
Yes, and a bibliography.
So how about the word limitation of my paper?
According to the requirements, you have to write at least 3,000 words and not over 5,000.
Okay, 3 to 5,000.
Right. How about your research?
I haven't begun to do the research.
Why?
Because I'm not sure about the research method. I cannot decide to use which one now.
I remember I suggested you to use the method of interview.
Yes, but I think maybe questionnaire is better for my work.
Really? Tell me your reason.
I have to spend some time of the day on a part-time job, so I think maybe a questionnaire is a good way to collect the data that I need.
Fine. Oh, do you search resources or data from the internet?
Yes, I think it's a good way to collect data, and as you know, it can help save lots of time.
Jerry, in fact, many students do most of their research on the internet. You might think that it is an easier way to get resources, but most data are from highly unreliable resources, so be critical.
Okay, I will pay attention to that.
Now look at questions 25 to 30. Now listen carefully and answer questions 25 to 30. Then, there are some things you should consider when you write the paper.
Okay.
Be careful with your references and quotations, and do not share other people's work. You should write clearly about reference books and do not forget to acknowledge the original writers. Otherwise, you will be failed for plagiarism.
Okay, I've got it.
The other point is...
Deadline?
No, deadline is the date of handing in your work. You'd better hand it in on time. But if you have a reasonable excuse, you can ask for an extension.
Fine. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. The other point you should pay attention to is your research data.
Okay, I will write them clearly. Oh, Miss Potter, could you recommend to me some good reference books about the topic of my paper?
Fine. Let's check the reference book list. The first one is Drake Wister's book.
Right, what's the title?
Global Economy.
Is it the one published by the Cambridge University Press?
Right. And I think Victoria Smith's book is a good choice.
What's that title?
The Strategy of Marketing.
And which publisher?
London Press.
Fine. And how about others?
The book called The Economics Tendency is a good one for your paper.
Really? And the writer and the publisher?
The writer is Hilary Justice, and the publisher is Oxford University Press.
Can I borrow it from the library?
Of course.
Great.
And the last one that is helpful to your work is the book of William Hanna.
How do you spell the surname?
Hanna.
OK, and the title of this book?
Business Management, published by Cambridge University Press.
OK.
But you cannot borrow the book from the library.
Why?
Because it belongs to the closed reserve. You have to read it in the library.
OK, thank you very much.
You're welcome. This is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.